the sound. There we go. So, in the evening I was working on some boots, and I think that on an armor. So, yeah. And these fire boots that I'm currently working on, they're not behaving as I expected they would behave. And the Demon Destroyer, they work fine, but here with the player, when I have them equipped, it's kind of a bummer, I'd say. I have to test it out a bit more. I'll see what's going on here. So they're gonna be more premium. Their rarity is epic or legendary, we'll see. Deal damage, and then... Yo Logan, morning. How's it going? How was your day, man? Oh, by the way, I started using Obsidian, created a vault. I thought to myself, it would be easier to have bugs written down like this. You know, keep it simple. And here I've decided maybe for... This is the yesterday ones. It's cool that you have like an interface where you can then slap in... There was like a specific button for today's day. Or today's daily note. And it already creates a note. Let's see. What's the syntax for this? Like that? No. Come on. No. I'm still struggling with the syntax a bit. That's the general to do. Devil logs, what did I? Aha. Okay. Bugs. I copied and pasted the bugs that you've provided me. Now for today, I'm gonna say that finish boots. Add some Northmen. Something like that. Try to make final fuel cell be rewarded. Be spawned as a reward after final arena. After arena battle. There we go. Thanks, man. Turn off readable line length. Also recommendation. Okay. So there's like spaces. Okay. I guess I'm gonna get better at it. And the bugs, yeah, some of them were fixed, some of them weren't, you know. I'm kind of pressured by the time because we still want to have the game feature complete as much as possible. And I know that the easy bugs are gonna get handled soon. I mean, as I go. But the harder ones that need more debugging, they're gonna wait. They're gonna have to be polished a bit later, you know, after we have everything in where it's needed and it's not game breaking yet. I guess that kind of makes sense, right? Hey, 23. Morning. Oh, with in-laws. Also cool. Cool to read that. So here we go. I was testing yesterday I was working on a couple of boots, guys, and the boots that I've created in the evening. Comrade boots are actually okay. They give like buff the movement speed every 10 seconds to your companion for like shorter amount of time. Then these were already added. I added these like fins, and for the fins I say that you move much faster in the water, but your dash is slower. That could be an opportunity to double hit while dashing, which if you are paying attention to, for example, if you know what you're doing, you know that when you're in dash status, you deal higher damage, so that could be exploitable a bit. Player add item, fins, check it out. See, no slowdown. But the dash is funny. But double swing is possible. See? And then the other ones were what? Here we go. Aha, spike boots. I think I called them spike boots. This is actually a pretty cool build. Because if you have spike boots and horned helmet, maybe spike boots should be renamed like horned boots or something, so it's gonna go more together. And then if you charge somebody, you deal like pierce damage 3 to 5 from helmet and 2 to 4 from boots. And I added even some kind of a barbed armor. Look at that. Barbed. Not barber. Check it out. Looks like a poncho. And then if you go to somebody and smash into him, you deal like a tons of damage. So this build is cool if you have it combined with like a lot of dashes. And the ones that I've added, we have to wire it. Also, bunny boots. This one seems cool very much because, see, I added little bunny ears. Hopefully people will understand. But look at that. Much larger dash. See? So it covers a larger distance. So I'm gonna make them be dropped by Bunny Wizard, you know. The thing is that you can't really stop sooner unless you're hitting the wall or somebody else, but it covers much greater distance. This was my evening session. Of course, all of them, they provide you like movement speed boost. Yeah, here you have like resistances. Have to fix the... Yeah, let's add them. Item name spike boots. See, they don't provide any armor, but they deal damage on move. I mean, when you hit somebody on dash. Minor movement speed. Dash speed reduced to 75%. Liquid movement speed plus 125. And I guess... that is too long. Liquid movement speed. I have to come up with something shorter. And I also added fire resistance to these boots. I don't know, kind of felt right. We'll see. Did I add any others? No, I'm currently working on fire boots. But with fire boots I have a bit of a problem. I'm not sure how to trigger them correctly. Oh! They started in the beginning, but then they stopped. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to have like if you dash you spawn a little fiery trail. That'd be cool. Could be too OP. But then again, fire can set you on fire, so you should be careful. Okay, something changed with fire boots. Spawn projectile. Problem is that I have it like on area of effect. Trigger every tick, right? This system is very complicated. I have trouble understanding it from time to time. It's a product of a couple of years. So active when equipped. On item use change active when... Okay, this is the same. Trigger when on tick. But what do I have here? Is toggleable on, is toggle on, auto toggle off time. I don't toggle it off. What if... It's toggleable. That's for area of effect. Maybe I could go with something simpler, that when you start dashing or something. Or at the dash end that you should like projectiles in the movement speed. Toggleable. Let's see if I change it to shooter weapon. No, actually area of effect weapon is shooter weapon as well. It's toggled on. Auto toggle off time is 0. Every 0.5 second. Hotcast, no. What happened here? Spawning projectile. And triggering on tick. Yeah, the tick should happen every 0.5 seconds. Toggle settings. Man, oh man. Let's see if I play with something. Ooh. I'm gonna give it like a couple of minutes more and then yeah, we go forward. We're gonna go with Northmen. I don't know if I should call them like Northmen or Vikings. Vikings is too specific to the earth. If you have any suggestion, guys. As soon as they've been added, this triggered. Look, it's draining mana as well. Just by having them equipped, I have something here. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. This one worked. Wait up. When I equip it? Yeah. I saw that little tank on the wall earlier. Which tank? Well, anyway, for the fire boots, we can say that they protect you from lava. That's one tank. It makes sense. Only logical one. So I can take one from the fence. Oh shit, that's not gonna be okay. If I make them protect you from lava, that makes you invulnerable to fire itself. Which is not okay. In that case. Kinda sucks, because then the dinos can deal damage to you. Nope. That was way off. But I can give them like fire resistance a bit more. Huh. Or ice resistance would be the logical one, huh? Uh-huh. Okay, okay, 23. This one is giving me problems. It's toggled on. Okay. My head's hurting pretty bad from poor choices earlier. I'm heading to bed. Dude. Good night, guys. Best of luck with the some progress. Thanks, Logan. Have a nice rest, buddy. So Logan said regarding setting editor to turn off readable length. Aha, okay. Good. I did it. I see that everything was moved more to the left. That's okay. Oh, by the way, I was thinking about daily runs, guys. A bit, when we're going to implement them. Yeah, I started using it yesterday a bit. Trying to keep something very simple, just for to-dos, and I really like the today's to-do, like simple button. You click it, and you see what was in your today's to-do. You also use it? Okay. That was interesting. Oh, they're completely broken. I'll have to do something else with them a bit later. What if I try to use it as a shooter weapon? normal shooter one. And I say that it's not toggleable. And no tick timer enabled. Spawn projectile item effect resource. And here I'd say instead of that, I spawn it on dash. On dash end. That's one. Max targets under effect 1, that's okay. No, actually. Let's make it a bit higher. And then with the projectile, we would say that we spawn from shooter position. And we'd say that the speed of the projectile is 200, that's okay. How many projectiles do we spawn? None. But why didn't speed move? Huh. Do I have any other settings? Like radius range is 0. Set it to, I don't know, 64. Let's see what happens now. Maybe if we dash now, a little fireball would be spawned. Outwards. Nope, nothing happens. Oh wow, I can use it. Actually, this gives me an idea. This could be a powerful rune. What do you guys think? Huh? And projectiles even stay on the ground. I think it could be cool. Spicy, right? Oh my god. Great name, Ring of Fire. Sadly, I don't know, why doesn't it want to trigger when I dash? I have to dive deep into the shooter weapon, huh? Because this one triggers only on when I trigger item action. And which in this case happens in the intact system. And I use that. Yeah, the use item always comes from hit. From left click. Now that I'm thinking about it. Huh. Okay, let me just stop the guys from walking. If I have item, not a resource, I could add like an action, enum. Huh. Use item. Wait up. I have like trigger and so on and all sorts of item effects. In the base one, for example, I say when the item effect triggers on tick, on target taking hit, blah 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 blah. Aha. Wait up, I think that I was smart back then. and I added a special item effect like use item effect resource. This is basically saying when this item should be used, and I could wire this to what? Why did I use this already? I then usually made it like... I have to remember. Use item effect. And seed ring cartridge skill. Let me see this one. Now I have like use item effect resource, which triggers when an inventory on arena wave started. And then I spawn the entities. How else do I use it in the code? Let me check it out. I think the coffee is kicking in, guys. So maybe I'm gonna have to take like 5 to 10. It's starting to work on its magic. Yeah, I gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta scram. Be right back. I'm back. Yo. Fancy boots, good 123. Oh, that was a relief. Always the day feels much better when you're done with it. Thanks, man. Okay, now if we take a look at it, I have used item effect resource in the seed ring cartridge. I'm gonna use this thing and I'm gonna try to slap it on the boots because I think this is gonna trigger when I set it to trigger. These were my workarounds regarding the items that need workarounds like this. So then I can set that this effect triggers when owner dashes on start dash or end dash, and here spawn projectile. Then I wire it to listen to that. This is complicated, I know. Barely I understand it from time to time. On owner using item, something like that. Where is it? Here we go. Now, when I dash, this item effect is going to trigger use item, and then everything else is being used from here. But with the fireball, we had ring of fire, which was okay, but I think with this one we should go like without a spread. It should go in the same line that you're like dashing to. Speed 200 seems okay. Now let's see what happens. Okay, deglade. Player add item. Fire boots. 1. No, not working, for crying out loud. It doesn't want to work. It worked, but why only now? Do I have a weird cooldown? Huh. Did you see that? It kind of worked. Also, again. Huh. What's the cooldown of this item? Minimum amount 20. No, 0. It doesn't have a cooldown applied. And the tick timer is disabled. Auto toggle off is also disabled. I think that I have everything configured here correctly. Sound, AI, no. Durability, also okay. Storage, that's good, but spawn projectile listens to what? It listens to on owner using item. Is toggled on. I don't want to have this in any way here. It's not a status effect. Huh. Chance tracker. It's 100% chance. What about this one? Maybe here I have something different. Ah! See, 25% chance only. So if I would change this to 1, this would mean that we, in theory, kind of should be firing fireballs all the time. Let's try it out again. Fire boots. There we go. But the direction... Again, it happened only once. Why does it happen only once? Oh. Did I save it? Didn't I save it? Fail guarantee. Base chance 100. Max fails before force. This is now... In inventory. Okay, equipped on end dash. Because if in inventory... Never mind, let's try it again. Spawn projectile. Chances of spawning projectile should be also 100%. Chance. Yeah, it is 100%. I'll leave it maybe. We're gonna go for the Vikings. First one. No. Exactly. Viking horn, but this dude has cooldown of 0. Interesting. You have to it's an advanced mechanic feature, like you said it. You have to equip and unequip it. Damn. Do I have something weird here? From level 1 inclusive, that's okay. On end dash public key. Single highest. An inventory. No. Nope. Jokester. Let's put on something much more lively. Some DMB or something like that. Need more speed, otherwise we're gonna fall asleep. Okay, this 3 AM lock-in ambient focus was working good in a couple of streams. There we go. So, Obsidian says that today I wanted to finish boots, but this is going to be a fail. Fire boots remain. Add some Northmen, try to make final fuel cell be spawned as a reward after arena battle. What else do I have? I have to look at my own old, like, sections. Add new items to the loot drop pools. That's one. Level up, or let's say make enemies scale with level, with their level. Challenge room was okay. Arena was okay. If target trackers are pointing abyss, or if the path towards the target tracker is not accessible, move the target tracker to the nearest valid point. Okay. Leaving it as this now, but first let's go see what's going on with the Northmen. I think they're called Vikings. Exactly. Agree 23. So we have an Viking archer. This one is gonna be nasty. Berserker also. Horseman. Jarl. Spearman. Swordman. Let's see more of them. By the way, I had orcs also, but they kind of don't match now. Bandits were in. Even Crusaders are here. Mini lumberjack. We can add him like a merchant in a way somewhere in the forest. Maybe we're gonna make forest a bit bigger area because everything seems to be a bit cluttered now. We could extend it for a couple of more tiles, I guess. Miner in the cavernous depths. There could be another merchant there. He could be selling like ore or something. If you don't find it, you can buy it for a very expensive price. Probably some molten golems, or golems could also be in that area. Necromancer is there. Orcs are the thing that we're going to ignore, so are the pirates. Raptors are there, Ratmen also are there. I have Skeleton Mage, which I didn't use yet. Could be adding it. And also Skeleton Warriors. Advanced ones. Huh. What is more scary? I think that undead are more scary than Vikings, right? Because in the Rainy Road I introduce undead, but currently I only introduced like, I don't know, 3 of them. I've removed other ones, and I was thinking like, don't want to make too much of a spoiler, but spoiler alert. Thinking about making, what is it called? Undead, like the final ones. So we could add the whole north area populated with undead. Because Archlich would be sitting on the top of the mountain. What do you think? Then we could add more dead knights and maybe something unholy like from demons. I know that I have something nasty here. Exactly, winter is coming. More like Northmen. I mean, if you come to the top and you have to fight Vikings. Yeah. So I guess we would go with more undead. And we could add like Demon Warden and so on. And Demon Warriors. Make their skin paler, not red. And this would turn more friendly towards like icy areas, if it makes sense. Like, for example, this Demon Brute or Demon Butcher. And the undead and the demons are like allies. Let's see, if we would change their color, for example, if we would go with Demon Warden. This one seems brutal. Units and the Demon Warden. See, the current color is all red, which is okay by default. But if we try to make them look more appropriate for the wintry area, I try to go with a bit darker colors. Wait a minute, which color was that? The darkest one. Maybe this one. A bit brighter one. How would it look? They look more like gargoyles. That's one thing, and then the yellow would be turned to blue. No, blue is the player's color. I'd make it more of a red. Like this. Huh? It could work that you encounter something like that. Nasty thing waiting for you at the heights. We'll see, definitely. And what else do I have? So Warden is an ugly one. Lord is not so scary. These destroyers are also interesting. Demon Brute is also nasty. And Butcher. Winter is coming. Another thing that I can still try out is what if I make them more bluish? For the north, exactly. The red was okay, but I don't want to connect them to the fire element. That's one thing. Because we use fire element with the dinos. Poison is for rats, fire is for dinos. Okay, let's make them first. Which trick? Crusher. That's actually a very neat trick, right? That you can easily change them and so on. What's this called? Demon Warden. There we go. Elite one, that's good. And he belongs to demon faction. Whatever that means, demons and undead, they're like connected. At least for now. Duplicating the items, not really. Mini demon warden. Let's see what's actually his size. 240 by 200. That's not so much. How come so small? Okay. But the texture size, it should be more than 40, or what was planned here. So let's see if I use calculator. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $40 pixels. Exactly, and 5 top. That means that he has to be 40 by 40. That's interesting. Damage affinity, demons. I don't have demon damage affinity yet, I have undead. So let's duplicate this one, call it demon. You're making a first sprite sheet and I watch it. Like instead of painting every brick. Exactly. Now, with demon damage affinity, we have to specify how they're behaving against damage types. They should be vulnerable towards bleed. You can make them bleed. Electric damage normal. Fire damage. They should be taking less damage from fire. Ice damage 1, magic damage. Yeah, let's make them vulnerable towards damage a bit more. 125 seems good. Poison damage, they should be receiving poison damage, blunt damage. Yeah. So, strong against fire, weak against magic. Maybe strong against ice also. Okay. Max salt 80. This one has to be much beefier. This is already at the top of the mountain. 200 we go. Health region. Let's add something to him. Movement speed 40. This one is slower. Making the AI unique. This one can't be interrupted, that makes sense. Demon Warden. Now we have to make also the items. If we're gonna check out their animations and the A sprite. Here you are. I only have melee attack. That's okay. Okay, we could use jump actually for like spawning fireballs in all 8 directions or something like that. You know, this one looks like a spider, so that could look cool. Or hit animation seems also nice, like it would shoot something. Boom. Duplicate Demon Warden swing. Axe. That's gonna be slashing damage. And the amount of damage dealt is going to be... What? Load this space on file system root. Hello. I'm examining what's going on here. Something's eating my space. But the dude has to be beefier, like... $20.25, that's okay. And then Warden. Has to have... No, he's not gonna have Slam. And not Soul Drain. What am I gonna add to the demon? Okay, let's see if I have like... Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Demon Warden jump. So he's gonna shoot out projectiles in all of the 4 directions, or 8. Similar as Destroyer. Item name Warden, Destroyer jump. The fatigue is getting to me, you know. Been working on this very hard for a long time. Description, not today, but yeah, you know what I mean. Shooter weapon. Let's make him like slow you down. Exactly, it's a process, man. It's a really big process. And the cooldown of this thing is going to be what? 10 seconds, that's okay. Spawn projectile, I'm gonna spawn like... how many projectiles? 15. That's a lot. But, like Ice Breath rune or something like that, it's gonna deal ice damage. That's okay. Spawn projectile, not fireball, but... Ice ball is the ice ball that I use, probably. It's gonna be like dust traveling towards you. With a certain spread, but what's the damage with 10 to 15? That's okay. It should also slow down your movement speed. Which one do I use for slowing down movement speed? I think I have something in the aura. Wait a minute, I'm gonna copy paste that thing. Slime. Emotional damage. There we go. Slimy aura. Unit stat modifier, max movement speed. This is targeting who? Allies? I need targeting enemies. Something's going on. Some bling bling going on. Kaldrosh, just follow. Thank you, buddy. Thanks. Sorry about today, I'm a bit slow today, I'd say. Warden. Jump. We are going to paste this as unique in here. And we're gonna slow player like 50% down. I think it's 50%, yep. That's okay, so that nasty pecker is gonna deal slow and so on. And then we have to come up with something for the demons. What happens with them? For example, rats, if they're like more than 5 rats or 3 rats in the same area, they get movement speed boost. That's like a swarm. On that they steal your fury and energy. We need something for demons as well. Okay, now Warden has to have this connected. So we have Axe and we have Warden Jump. Soul Drain, I'm gonna remove it for now. I mean, I could use the Soul Drain. Well, that's kind of cheap. Demons should be a bit different. Now, if we go to the behavior and attack action, we only have melee 1. I know that this is unique. Let's say we have melee attack 1. And the item we have to use is going to be Warden Axe. And here. And then consideration also has to be regarding that. And the second attack is, of course, that Ice Breath Blast, which is called Demon Warden Jump. And this comes from the jump. Boom, bada boom. That's good. Detecting no type condition as well. Can I use item? This one? Patrol in circle radius is also good, and explore last attacker position. That's good. Now, yeah, we're gonna change this color. I don't like the color of the red one. You can't have like red enemies on the top of the mountain. Feels wrong. We can't do that. You go back to gray now. Emotional damage. This one. And this yellow is kind of bothering me as well. That's just too much contrast. You have to look like a living rock gargoyle type of thing. I reversed that, didn't I? Here has to be a brighter. And then darker. I think it looks good. He be gray like the rocks, like the surrounding things. Beware of the gray things. Now we're gonna test it out in the test level. Bada beam, bada boom. Come on. Demon Warden. Ah, forgot to set that at least one of them has to spawn. Where is it? Spawn. Max active entities is 1, and now this is 1 as well. Let's go. Wow, that looks cool. We just have to change his shadow a bit. But it looks nasty. If you step in these things, they should kind of get you. Ah, it's dealing on... It kind of burns you as well. Huh. Okay. We have to make them disappear. Exactly, all things on ice. But what we're going to do is we're going to make the bullets disappear, like destroy on touch. That's gonna be it. And we're not gonna be catching like fire. So ice damage is going to be triggered on projectile hit. And the status effect is not going to be applied, so this is not a status effect. Don't need it. And also, maybe in spawn projectile we have to... Yeah, we destroy on touch, but what we do on rage, we also have to destroy it on range reached. So they don't become permanent. And maybe to keep it a bit more friendlier, maybe this could be traveling in an arc instead of linearly, because, you know, that's like brutal. Let's see if we can go with arc, and we can say arc height is 100, that's okay. Let's see if it works. Because if he kind of jumps now, you still have opportunity to dash away, otherwise... Whew, that blast is nasty. That still wasn't very archy, I'd say. Here's a little small glitch. I think they don't have enough space between the sprite. And I got him. Okay, another thing that kind of bothers me is his hitbox. If we enable the collision shapes, and if we go to the Demon Warden, somewhere in here I think we can offset the sprite a bit higher, like -18. That'd be good. And of course Warden jump. So what happens here is arc height is 100. What if I do it like 200? Speed is... Speed is okay. Arc range adjusted to target, no. Or should it be? Let's see. I know that I have some bells and whistles that need some special tweaking from time to time. Maybe the speed is also too fast for that thing. Just a second, let me tweak the projectile speed as well. Let's make it 150. The spread 180 is good, that's like 360 degrees when it's calculated. Well, that wasn't good. His collision box is completely off. The dude has to be much more beefier. But then again, how much range do I want him to have? Okay, first thing first, the dude needs a bigger collision box. Otherwise we'll be suffering. Demon Warden. Visuals. Not here, not here. Not the stats, somewhere I have. Here we go. Detection and collision. Collision shape is okay, but hitbox shape needs to be different. 20 by 20. Maybe by 32. No, 24, something like that. And we have to offset it by -10. Now this is freestyling. Okay. Vision distance, let's make him see more things from afar. 160. To hell, 240. But something is still bothering me regarding the jump. This arc range adjusted to target. He doesn't get a target then. That's a problem because we have a 360 thingy. Where is it? Arc height 200 time limit. What's with the time limit? How long they stay here? I don't need that. $15, yeah, let's reduce this a bit down. Range 16. What's with that? I have like minimum range and maximum range, right? Right? Yeah, 80, 16 to 80, that's good. Origin should come from shooter position. That's okay. Okay, starting again, rinse and repeat. Okay, you can dodge him. But the offset should be a bit lower regarding the hitbox. Like -16, -14 either. No, actually, -18 sprite was okay. The hitbox was problematic. Okay. You know what? That thing that I have in the spiked slime, that one has a good projectile spawn, I'd say. Because when I hit it, I have like slime spike shooters. And they travel in an arc randomly. And then here I have spawn projectile, which is destroy on touch. That's okay. Dynamic spread. I don't recall what this does. Gravity 300. Did I forget to apply gravity? Yup. It doesn't pull them down anymore. Now let's try it again. Uh-huh. This worked. I think that the collision box is okay. Yup. Let's disable and see everything else, how it looks like in real action. So visible collision shapes are off. Yeah, it travels a bit in the range, so in theory it shouldn't touch us if we stand very close and the projectile travels further. But if we stand here and if we are at the landing zone of the projectile, we have problem. But maybe we should increase the arc so it's more visible what's going on actually here. So instead of like 200, let's make arc 400. And then you know that the danger is coming from above, not like from the side. That's kind of important as well. And the last but not least, the most annoying part is probably going to be modifying the thing that we don't get the bleed from the side. The shader's coming off here. Huh. Still not good. I can actually lift even further up the health bar. It's also not very nice if it's here. Explosion radius 16 pixels. Small ice ball impact particles. You know what? I'm gonna duplicate this. Ice bomb projectile. I have something like that, but that's for the bomb. Okay. Let's try making this one ice ball. Exploding ice ball. And this thing is gonna have not small impact particles and not small icy explosion, but we have bigger icy explosion, like medium ice explosion. And that's okay. And medium icy explosion looks more like this one. And the main thing is going to be that he doesn't damage you as much as he kind of slows you down. So that's okay. Impact sound, ice shard, okay. Because he's a spider, in a way, he slows you down. Exactly. He slows you down while others eat you. So I modified this one. Then we have in the warden jump, we have to change the projectile. Now this is exploding ice ball, and explosion radius is going to be 32 pixels. Or 24, something in between. That's one thing. Maybe we're going to modify the speed a bit down, 100, so you know that you're going to die. I mean, not die, you're going to get hurt. And here we have unit stat modifier that changes the maximum movement speed. And we're going to listen to this not on tick but on explode, something like that. On projectile exploded. There we go. And the direct damage is 10 to 15. That's okay, because that's already far. You mean in the arena you fall down? Yep, I'm slowed down. We have to extend its duration, but it looks better. What do you say? Huh? Looks nasty, huh? Let's just extend the duration of the slowdown. Instead of 1 second, we're gonna be slowed down for 3. That's a big bada boom, agree. I think that Logan complained about the poison radius, right? I think he did, like... Archer or something. Ratman. Archer bow. This one deals like explosive damage. And it has like explosion radius of 16. Now I'm not sure if he was complaining about the archers or something else. Poison Cloud's hitbox is way too big. Yeah, let's reduce them a bit down. I think we can go from 16 to, I don't know, let's say 12. That's a small decrease, and then we have like mine. Assassin something. That one was too big. Ratman Assassin Smoke Bomb, this one. Spawn projectile has explosion radius of 32. But I don't explode, I have like... something here. That's some projectile hit, which is okay. Radius, range. It's okay. I know that it doesn't disappear on touch, but the radius of this thing was a bit bigger. Poison Smoke Bomb projectile. Radius is 4. That's okay. I'll have to take a look at this one a bit more. But okay, now we have a problem that freaking dude doesn't want to... His sides are bleeding at a certain point of animation, I believe. When he's swinging, or... Yeah. I think this is the problem. It's coming too much to the edge. Here. See, like he's completely touching the edge. So what we're gonna do is... keep it simple. Offset it to the left for 1 pixel, and that's it. And I think that it's still gonna look good. Now that side thingy shouldn't be flickering anymore when he swings. Let's see it. Yep. No more problems. That was fixed. I'm happy. Ooh. And his speed is kind of okay. Maybe we could make him a bit more bastardly. Let's make him charge at you from time to time. You know, this is the final level. By the time you come here, you have to be a big boy. Right. He can do, because he's heavy, he can do dash. Charge. Yeah. He's gonna be charging, because you know, he has like a lot of legs. Let's make his charge like super fast. You know, I don't like I mean, I don't like being around spiders, but I'm not that kind of a pussy that I add an option like you have arachnophobia settings in some games. Like, fuck off, you know. Don't play the game if you don't want that. It's not for the faint-hearted. Don't really know why they include that option in modern games. It's like, really, come on. What are you doing? Like super movement speed, huh? Now you'll see. He's gonna be terror of the tops. So we have this. Now the dude has to dash. And the dash is going to be taken from a raptor, but in the opposite direction. So if we have a raptor, charge in direction. So this one charges away from target. But Warden is the dude that charges at you, like a wolf. No, boar charges you. Originally. Based as unique, that's okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a condition that he's gonna charge and attack at the same time. So, I'm gonna say, charge, the priority of charge is going to be like very high. A bit higher than attack. And I'm gonna say, charge towards target. And the consideration is going to be not is detecting attack consideration, but let's say if I can use item and I'm detecting enemy, and if the enemy is like within a certain distance of an attack or a bit higher, yeah, this is going to be creepy. Let's see, this one goes here. Perception system less or equal. I don't make a distance check. I'm gonna make it. It has to be in line of sight, and the distance check has to be somewhere in between, greater than equal of, let's say, this axis ranges what? I think we have radius or range for this somewhere in between. 20. That's not a lot. But hey Loli. Going great. I'm just designing enemies for the top of the peak, like the last area of the game. And we're working on the warden that's like a spidery creature. He's going to be nasty. Slow you down, cut you up. Like ice element guy, you know. And you, how you doing? So here I say, if it's greater than equal of, let's say 64. Like that. $64, that's gonna be good. So, if the dude is detecting an enemy, and if he can use the demon ward axe, he's gonna charge. And this charge is gonna have cooldown of 3 seconds. I wonder what's gonna happen. Yeah, well, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. I know, you're from Mexico, right? You told me that yesterday. It's pretty late there, I know. Or early, we should say. So let's see what he's gonna do now. Is he gonna charge? Yeah, he charges. But the charge was a bit slower. And he's not attacking. I messed up something bad here. I did, right? But it's gonna be like jazz music stops, you know. Happy May, everyone. Happy May. Why you no attack, buddy? He's just chasing. I have like melee attack action in here. I didn't modify this one as well, huh? Demon Ward Axe. It's in line of sight. That's the only condition it's needed, and it's 10. I have cooldown here. 3 seconds. Huh. Dash instead of charge, that's okay. Why you... No attack? Am I detecting no type of enemy? The distance has to be greater than equal 64. Can I use item consideration? That's good. Dash towards. Yeah, the little dude is pacifier. Yeah, because I made him the same priority, right? I didn't... Yeah. Dash. Priority should be 20. Save it, restart it, and let's see if he's still gonna be pacifier. Because I got a feeling that he's going to be all about war now. Dun, 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 dun. No, he's still pacifying. The dude chasing. Buddy boy, why do I have to enable debug? Oh my god. You pecker. You pecker, you pecker. Debug all units. Okay, let's take a look at this behavior tree one more time. I mean, charge towards enemy. Pause before charge 0. That's okay. I don't need that. Dash instead of charge is on. That's okay. Charge amount is not being taken into account because they have like their own thing there. Then I have enabled on has cooldown for 3 seconds. And consideration of using this is only if I can use Demon Warden Axe, that's okay. But I want to create a different, let's say. I'm not gonna save the result to the blackboard here. Don't need it. And this one also not saving to the blackboard anything, but it could. Why not? Because then I can use the target in here. Or do I have target somewhere? I don't. I don't read it anywhere. Never mind. Don't save it. Item ID is this. And then attack action is of priority number 10. Which always takes a look if the thing is in line of sight. And if I can use item. Okay, I'm gonna save it. I've enabled that whole thing above his head. Goal for today will be like 3 different enemies. for the top. Dash towards. Score 1. Cooldown is not taken into account at all. There's like 3 things that are 1 always. What the hell? Warden Axe. Cooldown 0.5. Yeah, I think this ain't gonna work, huh? That's just too fast. Let's make a cooldown of his attack like on 1. Maybe this is something that can actually affect it. But this cooldown should be taken into account. Use custom Q wait time 0. Nope. Yeah, actually, it should be 0. Priority is 20, but what is here? Demon Warden jump. This condition is okay. I think like these things are excluding themselves. But cooldown is bothering me the most because I have cooldown enabled. So once you execute it, let me see, charge in the direction. Charge in the direction action. AI brain. Handle cooldown. This is coming from action itself. Huh. Houston, we got problems somewhere here. Now I can be complicating with this a bit more, or I can just say when you can't use it, you rush towards him. And by the time you get there, probably you'll be able to use it. Let's see. Maybe we need a simplicity like that. He's attacking and he's dashing. Can you dash? He dashes and attacks. You see that, guys? He's gonna dash. I think the behavior is kind of okay-ish. He's a nasty one. Slam, priority 1, what is slam? Okay, dash towards, slam, he's even changing the targets, the bastard. And I was killing him. I think he's good. You have to keep in mind that I have to make his water sprite a bit more regarding where the puddle is coming out. Oh, don't worry, buddy. It happens. It happens, the coffee spillage. I just wanna see what's gonna happen. Of course. Like, sprite has to be big for his shadow. That's one thing. The dude is huge. Like here. Let's see. Ripple big and shadows big. Like that, and health bar, something like that. Bar offset like minus -8 will be fine. We just have to make it a bit more up. Tidal wave of bullshit. There we go. The health bar is positioned well, and his legs kind of fit in the water a bit better. That's it. Good enough. You know what? I'm gonna buff his movement reduction, because that's like far in the game. So not 0.5, 0.75. Yeah, let's do that. It helped get up all the other stuff, and now my kitchen smells like Starbucks. That's cool. Wow, that's a slow. Yeah, that feels more like for something that a spider would do. He would almost stun you. What happens if I spawn like 10 of them? Or 3? Yeah, peeps, otherwise I think I'm gonna go offline sooner today. Because something came in my mind, I have to think about the shorts. I have to record something for the social media. The necessary evil. Otherwise we don't get views, we don't get wish lists. Problem. Okay, it didn't shoot anything. Something's going on with this space on home. What the hell? Okay. I'm gonna have to address that. Oh. I have some problems with stream, guys. My comp is acting up. Something regarding the disk space, I'm gonna have to address that. So, yeah. I'm gonna wrap up the stream. I have to do something regarding that. Otherwise, 23, please do tell me what you have an idea for that on the Discord, okay? I'll wrap it up. Comp needs some attention because I'm running out of disk. Not sure why. Okay, guys, so a shorter one. I'll be working offline still, okay? Have fun. See you next time.